I see you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're live. All right. I'm going to take a slow roll here on the start of this, but I'm going to talk about the bourbons that I am drinking tonight. Tonight, I'm going places. I try to pick a theme to the bourbons every once in a while, and here we go. We're going to start off going to Yellowstone, and then we will ease right on over to Wyoming. This is a good bottle, by the way. And then we'll hop down to Breckenridge. And then this is Town Branch from Lexington, Kentucky, but it said town on it. So there we go. Town. We're going to go to a town. Oji-san. Well, what's going on, my man? All right. I sent you the link earlier, and I did promise I did make Oji-san an intro. But before we get to that, I am going to remove this thing from the stream and the studio because we are done with it. And we are going to spin to see what time Put Me In shall occur tonight. All right, so let's share my screen. My entire screen, and it's going to do the big infinity thing. And now we're going to spin to see what time you can type "Put Me In" to get your name on the wheel for the drawing. And tonight it's going to be 7:30 to 7:45. All right, 7:30 to 7:45. Let me get rid of this. I will stop sharing my infinity screen, and I'll write this on the board. 7:30 to 7:45, and that's all times Eastern. And before I forget, see what we got here. Somebody messaged me. All right. Remind me at 7:30 to start the drawing. Now, I have a reminder set to start the drawing at 7:45. All right, Big Daddy H is in the house. Dixie's in the house. All right, I am going to take a sip of the Yellowstone. Again, I'm traveling two places. So with these bourbons, we're going to start off in Yellowstone, go to Wyoming, Breckenridge, and then Town Branch in Lexington, Kentucky. That is sweeter than I remember, but it's good. So, we are, to remind everybody that's here about what's going on, the first week in December is fast approaching. The first Thursday in December, I'm going to do the drawing and put all of these names on the wheel and spin for a chance to win a 24-note nosing kit, 3 sample bourbons, and a virtual private tasting with me. If you don't want the virtual private tasting, that's fine. I can go ahead and mark the sample bourbons, but bourbon A is going to be a few noted, like more of a beginner bourbon. B will be an intermediate bourbon, and C is what I consider an advanced bourbon with a lot of notes in it. So if you want a chance to win, just stick around between 7:30 and 7:45, and I will type in the chat, "Start Put Me In," and then at 7:45 I'll type "Stop Put Me In," and if you, it's free, it's no cost. You just type "Put Me In," and you will get on the wheel. Every week that you join, you get 1 entry per week. and I have folks up here with 5 entries already. They're about to hit 6 tonight if they show up. So let's keep the fun going, and the more chances, the more times you do it, the more chances you have to win. And that's the only way to get on the wheel, is to be here during the right time each week. So with that, I'm going to take another sip of bourbon because I stay dry before this episode, before this live stream airs, so I can come to you fresh. So I'm going to do some catching up now. And I started off this stream and I was like, yeah, I'll just drink 3 snifters. They don't last. I've been tipping into 4. So I came prepared and went on ahead and stacked up 4 bourbons tonight. Might as well. But for full disclosure, I try to keep the bourbons. If I'm going to do a higher proof, I'll probably do 3. But these are all 93, 88, 86, and 90 proof. So those are the proofs on these. Now, if I start getting into barrel strength, cask strength barrel proofs, I'll probably just do 3 snifters, but that's okay. All right, everything spicy's in the house. Hello, how are you doing? Hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing wonderful. Had a pretty productive day today, so feeling pretty good about it. Again, and I got the community tab on YouTube. So I've been posting things on the community tab on my channel. So if you go there and you look, you can see the link to Oji-san's video he did when he won the first nosing kit, and he's using it to taste different bourbons. So that's a good one to watch. He executed it like it was supposed to be. So, hey, go see what you could win if you get your name on the wheel. Behind me, hang on, I got to get another sip. Behind me are the wrapped vials that you will get. I haven't put it together yet, but it won't take long. There's 12 in each of these plastic packages here. Little like cosmetic type little things, and I put the stuff in there and put a little vodka in there. But we have somebody in the house already, and I am going to go ahead and bring him up because I'm dying to play this intro video I made. So let's do that. All right, we got Oji-san up here now.
What is up?
How'd you like that? How'd you like that, Jimmy?
It, man. I liked it.
You ever heard that song, Down by the Riverside?
I have not.
Oh my gosh, you got to look that up, man. Willie Jones, Down by the Riverside.
I will look that up.
Yeah, it's kind of like a crossover hip hop country type song.
I got
you. Yeah, we listened to it. My wife had it downloaded on her Spotify thing on her phone, and we listened to it going to Myrtle Beach. And I was like, man, I like that song.
Hello, Crazy Ann, JJ, Big Daddy, Dixie, Phil's out there.
All right, everybody. Hunting and Stuff with J and J. For those of you just joining in, make sure you're here between 7:30 and 7:45 Eastern. I will type "put me in." You type "put me in." You get your name on the wheel. You can be entered for the nosing kit drawing.
Oh, and there's Eileen's in the chat too. Hello, Eileen. Man, Groupie got his first bottle of this 1920.
Oh, really?
There's a nice bargain. Very delicious, long finished whiskey for you.
Yeah, I'm hanging on to that bottle right sure. Yeah. That's it right there on the top shelf. And I
I'm
have the
yeah.
Murderer Row Old Foresters down behind me back here.
For
But
the money,
man,
it's
that
one of the
is
best. Yeah.
man,
Price per
and
drop, it's one of the best ones you can get, I think.
oh, absolutely. And when every time I go, even to my honey hole, where I get the bourbons, it's that they will have all of the other Old Foresters, and that one's gone.
Hmm.
You know, and they going ahead and put. I wish they would start holding them back.
It's got a nice long burn, but it's not like a super hot burn. It's hard to describe. It's just a really nice made whiskey,
Yeah, it's got a good warm finish on it for sure.
and it is bourbon. It is a bourbon. All right. I had to make sure it was a bourbon. I'm not that educated yet.
I believe two of the bourbons I'm drinking tonight are Kentucky straight bourbon whiskeys. The
Hmm.
Wyoming whiskey is small batch bourbon,
Yeah.
and the Breckenridge is a blend.
Turn my ceiling fan on. Hot boxing myself here. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no
Oh
problem. I'm
Lordy.
trying to keep my volume low. If y'all hear an echo, let me know because I'm trying to keep the volume low where I can barely hear you because I don't want to get an echo on this thing.
Sounds good on my side. What's up,
All right,
Chad?
Lone Star's Lounge is in the house. Lone Star. Mm. I,
I think
I
you
I
should.
forgot to update my thumbnail. Did
Oh
you
Lord.
notice that? Did anybody notice that?
Is that last
I had
week's?
last week's date on the
Oh,
thumbnail for tonight's live.
yeah. I shared it out to everybody I knew, so maybe we'll get some folks in here.
Yeah, I think what I did was I changed it. I remember putting tonight's date on it, but I don't think I saved the file when I closed it.
Uh,
It's multitasking, doing too many things. Oh, he picked up a bottle of blackened. All right. Let us know how it goes.
who got the blackened?
That was Lone Star.
Oh heck yeah! Oh yeah, I
Mm.
see it there. Yep.
I almost picked up a bottle of blackened, but instead they had Redwood Empire,
Yeah.
and they had last year's Pinhook,
Mm-hmm.
the Bohemian bourbon, because I had the Bourbon Heist, which was the 2021. And
Yep.
dude, exact same mash bill, everything, night and day difference between them.
Mm. Huh. Little mash bill.
You reading on your 1920 there?
Yeah. They don't. I don't think they got the mash bill on here.
No, I'm not sure about Old Forester. Um, I can't remember now if you can find the mash bill on it.
It's got a lot of complex taste in it. It's a
Oh yeah,
like $36 if you find a bottle of it on the shelf. And I'm telling you, for the money, it's
yeah.
one of the best bourbons you can get.
The 1921 is.
Yeah,
The other ones are okay, you
yeah.
know.
It's about 115 proof. It's got a nice burn, but it's not a killer burn, but it's just really tasty.
Man, where are you? Oh, he's in Texas. Yeah, Lost Treasures.
Ah,
Wow.
cool.
I shouldn't even have asked where Lone Star's Lounge is from because it's Lone Star.
Yeah. About half. I think about half our little YouTube families in Texas.
Yeah, a lot of are. Uh, but we are kind of spread out. I mean, Todd, and then where they they're up. Was it
Maryland,
Massachusetts? Or?
Maryland.
Maryland. That's what
Yep.
it is. And
Maryland's kind of like a. I don't know. That's kind of almost a half-ass southern state on the East Coast. It's
yeah.
right on the border. Like it's right there.
Well, and Maryland on that, especially that Inner Harbor area,
Mm-hmm.
that's like a little oasis. And you step. I mean, they even block the roads off, like or the alleyways that they have fencing up because the crime rate is super high right outside that area, and they don't want people stumbling out there.
No, Lord.
Yeah, we were warned about it when we went there, but I don't care, All right, so how are you tonight, OG Son?
I am doing very good. Today has just felt like a good day all day long. I don't know, just every now and then you just feel like it's a good day, and today has felt that way for me all
Yeah,
day.
me too. Well, part of it I contribute to. I didn't. Last night was a dry night,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't have. I might have drank a couple of beer, but I didn't drink any bourbon.
This last Monday, I usually come when I get out of work on Mondays. I usually tie one on, but I didn't drink a drop Monday, and I felt better all week. I don't know. I think I just wiped myself out on Mondays, and I need to quit doing it. It takes me all week to recover. So
Yeah, that can happen. That can certainly happen. I'm trying to keep an eye on this clock because I don't trust that phone to let me know.
So is it 6:30 my time when you're?
Yeah, 6:30 your time, 7:30 my time, and we have 28 minutes. But what happens here, folks, is we get to chit chatting and we get to going on about something, and all of a sudden it's past time, and people are yelling in the chat, and I need to just put it in all caps if I go over. Yep,
I
Big
will tell
Daddy
you,
H says hello to all you lovely folks.
hello. Had a good time at Macadoodles up in Branson, man. That I was surprised that that manager there just took me right in, man. He
Oh
saw
wow,
me over there milling around in the good beer, and next thing I knew, I was in the secret room and everything else. So
awesome! Got another
they
one, huh?
treated me good. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will say this: we're going to have to start solidifying OG Fest a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
OG Fest will be invitation only on this first one. Now,
this first one, but I am honestly planning on doing a GoFundMe
oh
to
Lord.
help some people travel to this thing.
Oh wow. Look at that.
Yep.
It's gonna be kind of a golden ticket thing on this first one. We're gonna see how it goes. I would hate for 400 people to show up and me have no idea what to do with them all. So
Start killing pigs, I guess.
coyotes start running them out. Speaking of
Plucking
Texas, there's
chickens.
another Texas gal.
All right, Twisted Art lady is in the house. Crazy Ann's in the, she's been here, but hey, Crazy Ann. I didn't acknowledge you. Sorry.
I was playing Xbox with Crazy Ann earlier today. She's got big plans for coming to Arkansas someday. I'm not going to go into those, but
I don't know if Arkansas can handle Crazy Ann.
they probably elect her governor as soon as she lands on the airplane.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
She'd fit right in. She'd fit right in.
Yeah, it'd be like, where are you from? You a
Yeah,
foreigner?
you talk kind of funny, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, people get drawn to different folks around here nowadays. It's a little bit better than it used to be.
Now, Crazy Ann, if somebody walks up to you in Arkansas and says, "How you or where are you from? Are you a foreigner?" You just look at them, and go, "How you doing?" And
That's right.
yeah.
How you doing? Yeah, you don't sweat them back here.
Now, there's a lot of folks in there that around in those areas that would embrace.
Oh yeah. Imagine if I took her up on the mountain, just drove up like through Owart and took her all the way up to Pig Trail, all the way up to like Eureka Springs or something like that. She'd love that.
She'd probably end up in some damn show, and they'd recruit her to.
I don't think she'd ever leave Eureka Springs if she went there. That's a neat little town, but it's too
Yeah.
hilly for me, man. That wears my little legs out.
Yeah. Hey, you could. I only have connections through Big Daddy H right now, and he only has secondary connections of who has some good moonshine. But I bet you could take Crazy Ann with you and go to somewhere and be like, "Hey, she's never tried good moonshine." They'd be all over there. They'd be selling you all kind of jars.
We'd never make it off the mountain.
Nope.
You gotta go way back in the mountains here.
Mm. Watch for fish hooks and shotguns.
Yeah, well, moonshiners are your least worry back here. It's the other crops out in the woods. That
The
you
other
don't wanna
crop,
walk out in the
yeah.
middle of.
But a lot of them have their steels in the middle. They're surrounded by fields of green.
Mm-hmm. Got the best of both worlds going on.
Oh, okay. See, that makes it a challenge, Crazy Ann.
Right.
Be like, they think they know how to make moonshine in Norway. Show her what the real stuff is.
She'd start trying this moonshine and wake up 2 weeks later on the plane going home and forget the whole damn vacation.
Yeah, that's true. They have that that apple pie and all that type of stuff.
It's you
Tastes
got to
like
drink
candy.
it quick here, because if not, it's such pure grain alcohol it'll just evaporate right out of your nose. So you gotta get it down quick.
Uh-oh. We have another one on here, and I apologize. I will make another video. I only had time to make one, but we will bring up I call him the ringleader. We're going to bring up the ringleader. Movie Lava Squirrel Nick.
boy.
How's it going?
I'm doing great. And I'm waiting to see what this
There it
is
is.
like.
Oh,
There
it
it
is.
is.
It is wonderful.
I got mine off the shelf just for you, so we could ride this train together.
Oh yeah.
It is the best of the Old Forester Murderer Row series.
I don't know
Just
what
really-
I don't know what the price is normal, but I think I got a pretty good deal today.
Oh yeah, it doesn't cost that much if you can find it right. Now, when people start hanging on to it, they can't do it here because we're on ABC store,
Yeah.
state ran. But a lot of places will hoard those and jack the price up on them just because they know they can get it.
I
And
got
just for a
30
good
I got
sipping
36
whiskey,
bucks today.
yeah, just for a good sipping whiskey, man, you're not going to beat it. It's just you can just sit here all night long, just sip on it. It's good.
Yeah, I came up with a theme, or I would grab my bottle, but I'm starting off at Yellowstone,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to go to Wyoming, and then Breckenridge, and then Town Branch. So I had my 4 setup theme for tonight,
Yeah.
and so I'm going places tonight.
Got both them hanging chads now. Up
Boy,
chatty.
everybody in chat. I've missed y'all. I've been gone for like a week.
I know, man. Been working yourself to death.
I got like 3 hours sleep today, so it was good.
All right. I figured
They
that's
wouldn't
about
have-
what you do.
Crazy Ann, they wouldn't like that in the hills of Arkansas very much.
Now, I don't know.
Just like
I'll
vodka.
desecrate anything. I'll mix anything with anything.
Hey, Chatty. Oh, cheers, everyone. Saucy Shane.
Saucy.
One of the 4 horsemen is in the house.
If we're doing 4 horsemen, I'm laying claim to death already. So
And upon him rode a
Well, I
pellet.
don't know. I watched Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic's video where he had all his work guys around doing the 1 chip challenge.
Oh, just wait until Tuesday.
Mm.
Sir Strumming is Tuesday.
oh god.
Now, who was the guy on your right, our left, that was stoic And he said at one point, "No, I'm in pain," but
Oh, that's Zach.
that was Zach. Okay.
He does a great Obama impression. He's like, nope, 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 don't like it, not a bit.
That's pretty hot, but
It's hot.
nope.
It's hot.
How's that whiskey, Travis?
That's got a burn to it, but man, it's a good burn.
It
Tastes
is.
good.
Yeah, it's good. It's spicy, man. It's like it's like a lot of flavor, a lot of spice in there. I like it.
But Jimmy, we can
Mhm.
drink tonight, but I do have to take Devin to school in the morning, so
All right. Well,
you got
I've been trying.
you got to cut me off by like 1.
I don't know if people have noticed, but I've been trying not to get blasted as drunk on these panels. I've been trying my best not to just go crazy.
Well,
Unless I'm
the
drinking
problem
wine.
is, Jimmy, you come on here and you get your warm up, and then you get there, and then, yes.
My thing is, I drank all that wine last Friday, and then I picked up 2 barrel-aged beers before I knew it and had those down, and then I was drunk. I was like, oh, crap. So that's where I had to kind of call it off.
Shane.
Yep, that was 1920, Saucy.
But now Papa Squirrel's going to be here tonight on Clouds and Stouts.
Oh, awesome. Papa Squirrel.
We'll see what he's been up to.
So we need to do Baby Makers Part 2 then.
No, I told him, I was like, it's a hangout. You don't have to come with a list. He's like, so I don't have to think about songs like to have sex with your stepmom too. I was like, no, don't.
Baby, I want to think about you. Oh. Jody, you need to come up with a list that is the best drop of whiskey for the money.
Well, if you can get it for MSRP, I know a bunch of them, but the problem is prices vary too much.
People are starting to hoard whiskey now. Do you hear that?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it's getting harder to get because of the supply chain problem. So people are running out there buying all this stuff up. So
With that, but the problem is, like in Forsyth County here, the ABC stores in this county are bare. They're holding stuff in the back. It's just bare, and
Lord.
I think they're wanting to flood stuff out at once. But I went in and I didn't know the normal folks in there, and I was asking them if they had anything, and they said, "What you see is what you get."
Lord.
So I was like,
I
"Well,
bet
I can
about
see all that at
There's
home."
more back there. There's more back there.
I bet about Thanksgiving they'll unleash it so they can make their
Yeah.
holiday lines.
But I told that one lady, I said, "Hell, I can see all that at my house twice." So
I don't figure I'll run out by Christmas by no means, but it'd be nice to pick up a couple more.
oh, that Wyoming's good. I will say one. I'll give a shout out to one bourbon. I think is for the price is phenomenal. It's not really rich noted or anything, but the Old Tub bottled in bond is for the price. You cannot get a better deal on that, and it has a decent mouthfeel. It's not watery, and it's Jim Beam bourbon, but like I said, it's bottled in bond, so it's 100 proof.
What was that one that you were drinking? Was it last week or the week before? It was Bow.
Oh, Blade and Bow.
Yeah, I almost got that today. That was the choice between the Old Forester 1920 and the Blade and Bow. But
You did good getting the 1920 because that one's harder to find. You can get Blade and Bow almost any time you walk in.
yeah. But then I tried to look for the, because I went into the Class 6 on Post. I was looking for another bottle of McCormick's because that bottle's almost gone, Jimmy. So they didn't have it. All they had was the Military Especial. So I did not get any new. So I just picked this up.
Saucy Shane said he picked up a bottle of Noble Oak Double Oak, and fantastic. I'll have to look for that if I can get some. I have not seen it.
And they had some horse soldier I almost got.
Oh, the horse soldier's good. I picked up a bottle of that in Kentucky.
Which one did you get?
The copper,
The copper one?
the yeah, just their straight bourbon whiskey.
Yeah, it's their regular one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good though for the price.
I've had that one. They had all three of them, and I was like, which one? And I looked at the price, was like, don't feel like it today.
Yeah,
Because like the high end one was like $80, and I was like, nah.
yeah. I picked up a couple of when I was in Louisville. One of them was that Calumet 15. But I could only have one pick per day from behind the glass. You know,
They
one
restrict
pick.
you?
What's that?
They restrict you?
Yeah, it's one.
Or do you restrict yourself?
No, they restrict you. But I found out if you buy 2 shots of Pappy Van Winkle from them, they will let you buy another one from behind the glass.
Nice.
Uh-oh, Big Daddy H said he's sipping on Old Tub right now.
Oh, I could just feel this is gonna be a good night with this Old Forester, man.
Oh, that's a deep, rich bourbon right there.
And the more it breathes, the better it tastes.
This Wyoming's not bad though. I mean, I don't want to put it up against 1920 by any means, but
Old Tub is good. I did go through a bottle of Old Tub earlier last year, I think.
So, Jimmy,
go ahead.
sorry. I heard you wanted to come and do another chip tomorrow with Sam and all of us tomorrow.
No.
Is that true?
No, sir. I got to go to work tomorrow night, so unfortunately, I will miss out on that. That's a once a year thing for me. I
love
hope
how you
she's
went
all right.
from never again to once a year. See that?
Once a year.
You're already forgetting the pain. You're already forgetting the pain.
Yep, and then here in about a month, it'll be every 3 months or so. I'll do that. Yeah.
No, it's not. It does take me about a year to get over these stupid things. I can take a drop of tincture, or I can take something small, or a shot of the hot sauce or something. But you get into those one chips and the death nuts and all that stuff, where you really get that nice little gut bomb going on. It will take you a while to get over that, unless you're one of these elite chili heads like Travis.
I got to look that video back up. Johnny Scoville took like a scorpion or something and cut it in half and filled it up with like 2 different tinctures and like ate the thing like that. I wouldn't wish death on any of y'all.
I was going to take one of those turkey injectors and inject a bunch of tincture into one of those zebra tarantulas I got offline. So it'd be all juicy like a big hairy gusher.
See, I was looking at those, and I think because there's no way Devin would do that with me. No way in hell.
Get her a Manchurian scorpion, because those actually taste good.
No, she will not eat a bug, man. Do you remember the ant hot sauce?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was not good.
Get her a chocolate Manchurian scorpion. They got those.
But I think I'm gonna save the tarantula. I'm gonna order it when my dad comes down. And it'll be one of our videos.
The tarantula kind of that's the only thing that got me through the 2021 chip was eating a tarantula, I think.
We were somewhere over in Asia one time walking down the street, and I don't remember where we were because I've been everywhere. But this one guy was walking, flirting with some girl, and she stopped at a street cart and grabbed a box of crickets and was eating them. And we talked to him later, and we're like, "Hey, where'd she go?" He goes, "Man, she eat bugs, man. I'm not messing with that."
But I'd say probably 80% of the world eats them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they had the little paper boat thing, and it was full of crickets. It's like eating popcorn peanuts.
I don't know. The insects were not bad. The water bug, that thing was horrendous. All right, I'll be right back. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. I gotta go. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
Autofocus. See, I threatened it.
That's right.
Oh,
You use the DSLR?
Yeah.
that's your new
Yeah.
Canon.
It's all right.
Still, I got rid of my Razor. I'm just back to this old Logitech. It's okay, but I need to get a better one.
All right, it's 7:21. We have 9 minutes.
Oh yeah, I damn near forgot already.
I've been glancing up there, trying to keep an eye on it as a start. So to get on a drawing between 7:30 and 7:45, you have to type "put me in," and we'll enter you into the drawing.
Put me
for
in,
this.
coach.
All right, we will.
I'm ready to play today.
So does it
In
count?
case she's out there lurking on the stream, neighbor girl, congratulations. She won the first OG Sons World member drawing today. So
Oh, nice.
So my shirt should be here in the next couple days, and then I have the hot sauce and the shirt to give away for members. And then I did a video today that it's a guessing game. So if you guess right on the comments of the video, I will send you a bag of the fall straws that we did today, reviewed.
cool.
And tomorrow, everybody's memo and stickers go out.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
I need to get some more stickers made. Sticker Mule is kind of the one everybody goes to. I used to use I think it was called Upprint or something. I don't know, because I could get a ton of them for cheap, but
I don't know. I got these stickers. I don't think I can go to I don't think I can go anywhere else, man. These are awesome stickers.
Jimmy, you have
Jody,
Lone
if you're
Star's
good with it.
contact?
yeah, I do. I'll hook him up. Give me just a
All
second.
right.
While he's coming up, I have to go give a shot real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
Not a shot of what's it? I gotta go give somebody a
Right.
shot.
Mr. Medic, gonna go give the shots.
There you go, Sir Chad. I sent the link out to a few folks, so
Oh yeah, and I want to hear
Jody
about
already
this
gave me
blackened
a-
though.
he
I
gave
want to
me a
hear
blank
because
check on it. So
yeah, I've passed over that blackened twice now, and I'm hearing things, and I might need to try it. And it'll be interesting to hear the opinion.
no problem, Chad. No problem. You know you're always welcome around these parts.
Oh yeah. All right, 7 minutes. I'm doing my damnedest to keep up with it tonight. I don't want to miss it. There's 11 people watching, and I know they're sitting there with their pinky on the P, waiting to say "put me in." So we're gonna do them right tonight. But yeah, I'm about to finish my second snifter, and it hadn't even been 45 minutes yet.
Man.
And I'm not pouring little light pours either. I'm gonna have to slow down.
Oh, I'm sipping easy right now. Like I said, I kind of been learning because usually I get up here and drink a half a bottle of whiskey, then go do clouds and stouts, and that ain't
Yeah.
good.
All right, so for anybody just joining, I'm traveling tonight. I have my bourbons are themed of places. I'm going from Yellowstone to Wyoming, and that's where I am now, is in Wyoming. And after this, I'm going to go to Breckenridge, Colorado, and then over to Town Branch in Lexington, Kentucky. So I may get to Lexington a little faster than I planned, but we'll see how it goes. 5 minutes, 5 more minutes. Man, the tension is building. I can actually watch the live counter, and when it hits 45, that's when it's 7:30 because I go live right at 6:45. So. And that's one thing. I've been watching people go live before, and the countdown, and it hits, and it's showtime, and nothing. and I'm not gonna say, because right before I had like 2 minutes to go live, and I checked I have a Mac, so I checked the keyboard and mouse, and my keyboard was at like 2%. But I have backup keyboard and mouse, so I ran and got the other keyboard, and I have to plug it in to the USB so it'll sync with it, and then I can unplug it, and then it's wireless, so it's charged. And so I try to keep one charged and one going, and switch back and forth. I have two Macs, and one of them I use a thing called what the hell is that? Damn. I'll tell you the name of it. If you have a Mac computer and you, let's see, where is that damn symbol? Synergy. Synergy is what it is. And if you put Synergy on both computers, both Macs, you can set one, and I think they do it for Windows too, but it works really good on Mac. You can set one as the server and the other one as the one connecting to, and your mouse will just flow back and forth between them. But you have to use, it's not like multiple screens. It's still two computers, so I have to use like AirDrop to get my files back and forth between them. But each Mac came with a keyboard and mouse, so I just keep one on standby. All right, we have, we're getting close. It's 2 minutes and like 10 seconds. All right, I see somebody in the basement. Again, I certainly do not have an intro, but we'll just say, what's up, Texas?
What is up, guys?
Ahoy.
Ahoy. How y'all doing this evening?
All right.
Making it.
Nice. Yeah,
Interested to hear about that blackened.
Yeah, I actually found this. I don't know what, I found a bigger bottle. I think it's like 60 or something. I found this little small bottle for 20, and I was like, I cannot pass this up for $20. And I got it's like a little bitty thing.
Oh yeah.
It was $20, and it was funny because as I was looking, I found some of, like I said, old Uncle's lost treasures, and I sent him a message. I was like, dude, do you know these are still on the shelf? I said, they're all covered in dust, but they're there. And he's like, oh my God. He goes, those are treasures. He goes, go find them. Go pick them up. And I was like, dude, there's like 10 of each. I can't do that. But I found this. I was like, I've got to try this. So I've got it.
Yeah, I passed that up twice now.
I'm not an experienced whiskey drinker, so some of the smells I may not get out of it. But.
Well, that's why you need to win that nosing kit. Then
Yeah, I know. I'm trying. I'm here every week.
Yeah.
Damn.
You and I both.
Oh.
We have less than a minute.
All right.
I'm gonna get it ready.
29, 28, 27,
Countdown begins.
26, 25, 24, 23,
Almost.
22, 21.
Yeah, people don't want to sit here and hear that.
18.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start it. We have under 20 seconds left. You know what? It's time.
I'm in.
Start.
I'm in.
Put me
I'm
in.
in. I'm in. Put me in. Put me in. Put
All
me
right,
in.
Drew.
Put me in.
Yeah, but it don't count. It's not in the chat. I'm the first one in the chat.
All right, Oji-san.
I barely beat Chad in.
Barely by a split second.
Let's see. Lone Star.
Hey, what's up, Twisted?
You want
That's
in,
what's
baby? You want in to win some bourbon bounty swag?
Lone Star was the second one on the board. Okay. I have to write in hunting here because I think this is hunting's first time. Hunting.
That's amazing. All right,
I'm
cheers,
just gonna
guys.
put hunting and stuff.
Yeah.
There.
But
I
JJ,
see
we all know
Twisted
who
Art
JJ.
Lady. There she is. Bang.
Hold on a second.
right.
Well, that's
I gotta
good.
turn the camera off for just a second.
What you sipping on over there, T-Rav?
All right, crazy.
The
Ian.
Old Forester 1920.
Okay.
Ooh, it's potent.
Yeah, this one's 90 proof. It's not too crazy.
This one's 115.
150, yeah. That's a big one.
Yep. Got them so far. All right, if you're here, all you have to do, it doesn't cost anything. Just type "put me in" and I'll put you on the board. The only thing is, you have to be logged on to YouTube and have you can't just come up blank. Oh, saucy.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
There he
Everybody,
is. He's one of the early ones too.
I definitely recommend you try to get a bottle. I know I didn't see the blackened willet. I just saw just a normal black, and obviously I heard somebody in another chat saying the blackened willet in New York was $300 a bottle. I was like, I'm glad I didn't see that one.
Oh Lord.
There it is. All right, we're getting put me ins on the board. I haven't done a count of how many names are going to be on that wheel, but I'm going to put them all on there, and I'm going to do a shuffle, and then we're going to spin. Come the first Thursday in December, you have to be present to win, so don't miss the first Thursday in December. And if you win on the first Thursday in December, I'm going to have you type in all caps, winner, winner, chicken dinner, and then
Winner.
Wiener. So it's the nosing kit, and you said I heard you said 3 different styles: a beginner, an intermediate, and more experienced.
advanced bourbon. Yeah. And OG-san can tell you, I mark them A, B, and C if you want to do a blind tasting, and we'll hook up on Zoom or something, and I'll walk you through each one. But it's worth it just to get bourbon C.
Yeah, A was good, B was pretty good, but C, that was a good one.
Now,
And it may not be the same C every time, but it's going to be.
I've still got A and B, some of that on the shelf, but C was gone that night. So.
Nate says, "Put me in."
Oh, Lazy Nate TV. Here we go.
Rolling in now.
Oh, there it is.
What's up, Lazy Nate?
There it is. He was an early one, too. All right. So, 14 people watching. It is time. Put me in if you haven't already typed it.
What are you doing, Jimmy?
My
got one.
snowball's stuck loose.
We got one for Chatio.
Micah's mix. Micah is in the house. Chatio says, "Put me in."
Got all the 4 horsemen here.
Because Micah's not even on the board, is he?
What's up, Micah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's on the board now. There we go. Yeah, I'm picking up subscribers here and there. I think I was at 562 or something. I was at like 550 something the other day. So I don't know what's going on, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm picking up a few here and there.
Shit.
Every time I go live, I see.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I know. Every time I pick up one, he picks up like 150. But
Right. Every time I go live, I lose some. I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
It's your face.
You got to quit singing, man. You got to quit. I'm just
No,
kidding.
man, the singing is that's what brings people on.
No, what happens is you get more subscribers, and then you dye your beard instead of having the gray, and then they go away.
yeah,
Gotta have
So
that
it's got to be
gray.
Just like
authentic.
the gray.
Man.
The gray goes away, and I mean, come on now.
Gray goes away, subscribers do too. Just
They want
See
to see
what
the
what
gray.
what they do is they say he's too young. He's not sage. You know.
Look at there. You just picked up one.
There you go.
You guys don't know hunting stuff with J&J. JJ's one of my oldest YouTube buddies. He's a good dude, and it's kind of
Awesome.
like me and Phil. We don't agree on anything, but he's just a good friend, good dude. He's a good guy to hang
Is he
out
your
with.
best YouTube buddy?
No, he's not my best YouTube buddy.
You ever
I
took
don't want to
offense?
break your heart, but
He's
no,
my best
he's
good
a really
friend.
good guy. He's a good guy. He's very opinionated, and we just mutual respect kind of thing.
I'm joking, but in all fairness, you hear that shit, JJ? Yeah.
Now, Saucy Shane. He said,
Hey, so, anybody
You
looks
need a
like
scar. You need a scar on your face like me, so you always have to wear a Band-Aid. That'll help.
I thought that was just like a what's his face?
he got a
Nelly thing. I thought you were just
Is
trying to
it?
be the
No,
white Nelly.
I got this stupid scar. I think it was from an old staph infection. I got jujitsu, and it just will not heal. And now that I've got to wear the stupid mask, I have to keep it covered all the time. So
tell everybody it was from a knife fight.
exactly.
yeah, well, that's what I tell everybody. Here. I got
Ninja.
shot. I got shot. It went in this side over here and come out over here. So
No,
it's
just tell
not.
them you did like the Matrix, but you wasn't quite fast enough.
Didn't quite make it.
Turns out he's not the one, he's the two. He's just a little bit slower.
I'm not even Cyrus, the guy that traded him out for a steak. I'm not even that guy.
See, the steak, I know it's medium rare, but I know it's not real. But why didn't I
pathetic,
take the blue
dude.
pill?
Speaking of, when's that new one coming out?
Pretty
December.
soon.
December.
December,
I thought it was pretty soon. Yeah.
Dune came out today, and I'm waiting till tomorrow because I'm going to sit down. I'm going to take Devin to school. I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to have to watch it like 2 or 3 times tomorrow.
Now, how long is this version?
I don't know. I've not even opened up my HBO Max. I didn't want to have the chance of just clicking on it. Just be like, I'll just watch the first 5 minutes, because then I would never be here tonight. I'd be like, bye.
Saucy, everybody loves you, man. You don't have to do that.
Hey, you look like Quentin Tarantino. Shoot, I wish I liked Quentin Tarantino.
I like some of his stuff.
I still want to see the new Halloween movie. I keep hearing mixed comments about it. Whether some people think it's good, some people think it's bad. So.
I just don't care.
I think that's kind of one that they just need to leave it alone for about 20 years, let it settle, and then maybe revisit it.
And just scare the hell out of 70-year-old people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
10 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 10 more
It's
days.
kind of like
till
Friday the
Halloween.
13th. They were beating that to death for the late 80s and 90s, and then they just kind of let it alone for a while. It'd be cool to have a new one come out now.
Well,
want
I
Rob
will
Zombie
say
to
this.
direct it.
Since it's October, I've been watching a lot of the ghost adventures and crap like that during the day on crap TV. And my question is, do you have to be poor to see ghosts?
I think so.
Get to be poor to see ghosts.
Yeah, man, these people are raggedy.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like
I
if
mean,
you've seen a tornado, you stand a good chance of seeing a ghost. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, man. These folks are redneck, man. Every one of them almost. And if they're not redneck, they're like, even if they're from the north, it's like they drive up in the trailer park with their cameras and go, "We have a haunted trailer here."
No way. Like Connecticut and all them, Vermont, those are some of the most haunted places ever. And those are a bunch of rich people. It was like, oh, Biden voters. Ain't that right, Jimmy?
Boy, they don't get on this show. Man. Now, when they show the actors, of course they have actors, and they're taking a lot of liberty finding somebody that looks like this person.
Yeah, that don't look anything like them. It's like she's like 400-pound Betsy. They got like Olivia Newton-John playing on. Like, come the fuck
Yeah,
out.
like that. But she dyed her hair,
There you go.
See, I was going to do a haunted stream for Halloween, but then someone brought it to my attention. They go, hey, if you do that, there's a possibility you could bring bad spirits back home with you. And I was like, if that's the case, I'm out on that. I didn't even think that far ahead of it.
I don't know, man. See, I think I would want to have a beer and chill if some.
I mean, I would love to do that, but I don't want to bring. I mean, just in case they do attach themselves to me, I don't want a weird spirit attached.
You've been watching too many Zach Bagans TV shows there, Chad.
A possibility.
I'll be like, just stay in this room. There's plenty of bourbon, plenty of beer. Just don't screw with my live streams. You will be all right. All right, anyone else? We are running out of
just have a
time.
head floating around in the background. They're like, oh, it's just a mannequin head, and it would just like pop up right beside me.
Often like start like hovering over your like right beside your head, like what?
I am kind of excited about the new Ghostbusters movie, though.
Yes,
That's good.
If you're just joining in, you have 2 minutes to type "put me in" and get in here. Now 3. You have 3 minutes. Less than.
Look at Jody being able to tell time and shit.
I'm telling time.
Hey, he's had a few whiskey. Leave him alone.
Yeah, he's putting them snifters down faster than I can.
Man, they're going down easy tonight. But every one of these is 90. The highest proof was 93. I have a couple of 88s up here, so I'm gonna have to pull that 1920 down before this is over with.
I'm telling you right now, man, it's gonna be a crazy clouds and stouts tonight because I'm going on like 3 hours sleep, and it's my dad's gonna have to be like, hey, I think it's time for you to go to bed. I'm like, fuck you, Dad. What to do?
Tell me what to do.
What a dope.
And I'm guessing no food system either.
What's that?
I said I'm guessing no food in the system either.
No food?
No food. Like you always come on stream and go, man, all fast like one piece of pizza today, and like
I had to take Devin to the dentist at 3, so I stopped by McDonald's right before and had a couple cheeseburgers. But yeah, that's all I had today so far.
That's a good idea, Samantha. I may string some fishing line up in my room, start making my creepy paintings and stuff float around.
There you go. Your YouTube channel could blow up. They'd be like, "Oh, it's the haunted OG channel."
And just have a fan blowing in the room where they kind of just like.
Ooh, I do have some magician string, and it's even better. You can't the magician's thread. You can't see that at all. You couldn't see it if I was right in front of you and had it strung up. So.
Y'all do know what next week is, right? Next week is the Halloween special.
Next week is. Yeah, and Mark Dell and I went and bought matching costumes. We spent about $300 on costumes, so it's a costume party.
One more minute.
I'm just gonna be a cheater and wear a onesie because I'm not going to buy a costume.
Oh, come on, man!
Hey,
Come
watch
on,
this.
man.
Oh, an orb flew by. See?
There you go.
That's just a bug in the light.
Yeah.
It does. Now, in real life,
if you're just now joining in, if you want to get in on the drawing, if you haven't already put your name in, type "put me in" right now. You have 18 seconds.
Say now, in real life, I'm not a bit afraid of ghosts, but you get me on a stupid ass video game, and these assholes cannot keep from fucking with me.
That is going down. So I think next week, start off with like 30 minutes, having some drinks, and all that stuff, and then it's gonna be some game time. It's gonna be Phasmophobia. Well, that'll have to be the after party because we already promised people if they had caution they'd come up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're gonna have a costume party first. Phasmophobia, we'll do that late at night.
drunk and everybody's screaming and locking everybody out of rooms. And
No, they lock me in the room.
I
He'll
don't know
run
what's-
and lock the damn door.
You just can't figure out how to open the doors. It's weird.
I hear you out there laughing.
Oh, I'm laughing my ass off.
that was funny. That one time y'all played, that was hilarious.
It should look a lot better now. Yes, Crazy Ann, I will try that haunted thing out on Call of Duty. Just haven't done it yet.
Well, they have ghost soldiers on there.
It's some whole new big game mode. They had them all squealing and screaming last night playing it, so it must be a little bit scary.
Call of Duty fighting zombies or something? Is that what it is?
No, this is a whole different thing. Like it's got ghosts and goblins, and if you die, you come back as a ghost and all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Donald Anderson, yeah. Donald Anderson got me. Thanks, guys.
It's all Micah's fault, man. I was trying to be quiet.
I'll have to re-upload that game. I removed it because there was a lot of memory, so I'll re-upload it now that I've gotten rid of a bunch of crap on my hard
Oh,
drive.
man, there's new updates too, new gadgets.
Nice.
There's laser fields that you can watch your ghost walk through.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, on Phasmophobia or COD?
Yeah.
Phasmophobia. We'll have to take it serious a little bit for a minute, and then we'll start fucking with each other.
The first house will take serious.
Yeah.
Man, so I wish I had time to do all that.
You do. It's called prioritize it over sleep. That's
Oh, yeah.
that's my problem. My priorities are all screwed up.
I was going to say, I barely have time to sweep the yard, mow the yard, and do an Al Bundy on the couch for 20 minutes. You know?
That's the problem. You got to pay somebody to do your yard.
I tried that, and they just, I have too high of standards.
You got to have low standards, man. That'll make your day. And it's so much easier.
I have a pretty yard, though.
Me too. I rent. So
One of my buddies just put down that turf stuff. Like it looks just like real grass, but it's turf front and back, so they don't have to worry about keeping up with it and all the grind. I mean, even in the wintertime, it'll look like crispy green. So it looks a little bit fake. Obviously, it is, but I mean, it looks good. Green as can be.
I would have AstroTurf my place if I could afford it. I'd do the whole damn 28 acres in that.
I was going to say, that's what they do in Arizona, isn't it?
no, in Arizona, a lot of them just do cement slabs and they just paint the slab green.
Green.
I'm like, how bougie can you be right there? Like,
Well, how hot can you be?
but can
Go
you
lay
actually
down
get
on
mad
that
at kids for being on your lawn? Then I'm like, man, you got like a fucking blacktop on your yard. You were riding your bike on my lawn. Yep.
They wouldn't have tires left.
You put skid
All
marks.
that heat coming off of it.
You ride through the yard and like you know, have the old bikes. We have to like push back on the pedals to stop whatever and leave skid marks all over the front yard.
If a little kid rides through my front yard, more power to them, because they got some strong little legs. Because I have a hill coming up to get to my yard. It's like a drop off.
Yeah, my old house had two little hills on it, and when I was younger, I had to mow that. Man, that was absolute torture.
Well, you gotta get one of those self-propel lawnmowers. You just hold down the handle and it goes on its own, so you don't have to push shit.
Yeah, back in the 90s, they didn't have those.
Yes, we did.
That's what I had.
My parents didn't have one.
Well, your parents suck, and they're slave drivers.
I have a self-propelled lawnmower. It's called a John Deere, and I sit there and push that pedal, and it goes forward.
There you go. That's the way to go right there.
I got a broke down John Deere, broke down Craftsman, and a broke down Grasshopper. I need to get them all fixed. It's rough mowing around here.
It's all those damn crackheads hiding in the long grass.
I was going to volunteer somebody, but he charges bottles of whiskey, and then he fixes your mower.
Oh, gee.
His name is Jody.
Just get him a bottle of McCormick's. That's all you need.
I ruined him. That would have worked before, but I introduced him to Elijah Craig, and
Oh, yeah. That's where you made your mistake.
Get yourself out of here.
What is Marcel
Hope y'all
doing?
couldn't see the reflection in my glasses.
Damn it, I should have. Hold on, let me back it up a little bit.
You weren't paying attention.
was it two birdies?
Oh. I think all you can see is my computer. Thank goodness.
Well, yeah, and cactus. They like planting cactus in Arizona. Or they didn't plant it; it just freaking grew. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got to be somewhere where it rains a lot. I can't stand living in a dry area.
You like it when it's moist?
I like it when it's moist. Wet.
Cool whip.
I like it when it's wet on the wet. I finally drained my pool today after not
You have a
swimming in
pool?
it for 2 months. Yeah, oh yeah. Nice big 12-foot blow-up pool from Walmart. For the
Oh, that's
Oh,
it.
there we go.
The pop-up pools.
Let's fill it with Jello shots.
Or just fill it
I
with
thought
jello.
about just taking a sword to it, but I was like, no, it's still in good shape. I'll try to
Vanessa
save it.
Kitty's in the house.
Hey,
See,
Vanessa.
Yo, you keep saying like interesting things that OG Fest can become.
I know.
Pool with Jello shots.
20
Just
foot
gets
pool.
better and better with
Well, I'm just
figured
talking about
out-
making one giant Jello shot and filling a 12-foot pool with it.
This is what happened when I told my wife about it today. I waited till today. I was like, hey, next October, I'm going to be going to Jimmy's house for like a week for OG Fest. And she just looks at me. She's like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's a party and it's all the people on YouTube and they're coming and we're hanging out. And she just looks at me and she's like, this is bullshit. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you're going on these vacations and I have to stay here and work. And I'm like, well, I did just work for 20 fucking years straight. So I'm doing what I want. And then she just looked at me. She's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, I'm going.
All right.
And then she went upstairs, went to bed. So we'll see how far that goes.
Hell yeah. She's,
Okay, so
she'll have a good time.
So Vanessa's trying to get a golden ticket here. She said, "Easy hunting pigs in Texas. I could come down and help collect a few."
Yes, it is. It's open pig season all year round. Those feral hogs. Yep.
Oh no, her and Devin have to stay here. Devin's in school. She's got work. It's just me.
Oh no. Oh.
She's like, oh, and I'm like, yep. Don't worry, there'll be videos posted. You'll keep an update.
We'll post everything.
No,
Yeah.
we will not.
No. We'll post everything. Everything
No, we
we
will
post is the best parts.
Maybe a few highlights.
Yeah. Well, if it's like those promos for the movies, have you ever seen those and you get excited about it because I laughed all through that, and then you watch the 2-hour movie and you laugh the exact same amount of time you watch the 3-minute promo because they showed every good part. I mean,
That's not what's going to happen at OG Fest. We're just going to have all the good parts
Yeah.
the whole time.
Well, you know I'm going to take them up the mountain, Jody. So I'll take them up to Art, and we'll go over to Wolf Pen Park, hang out there for a while. Then we'll go up to Pig Trail. It'll be a nice time.
Now we can't just do backwoods bullshit. I have to go to buy some bourbon while I'm there too.
Hey, we can do it all.
Yeah,
We gotta
we'll
meet
end up. I'll take them to the honey holes.
Well,
Wanna
and
come
we'll want
home?
to eat something half decent.
Take them over to Rivertown or.
Well, Sam's coming so she can cook.
Oh,
Is that why she's coming?
She got her chicken parm that she said she was going to make for us.
Okay.
hell yeah.
Oh, speaking of, is she doing the chip tomorrow?
Yep. We all
Nice.
are.
Who's we all?
Me, Phil, Zach, and Sam, I think.
Oh, you know what, Heartsake? Godly, you've been here every freaking time, and you're the only one
You see that favoritism? That is some bullshit.
Jody
That's
said
how
that
Joe
is some
Biden. That's how
bullshit.
Joe Biden got elected right there, Jody. You know, I know you probably would have voted for Joe Biden. So here
everybody's
you
a
are.
winner. Everybody's a winner. Come on, Travis.
You win, you win, you win. We all win.
I just wanted to make one little cross on 4 of these.
Eileen,
Where am I at? How many inches?
we're gonna have to meet up. Because I already gave you your sticker, but you gotta get your memo.
Is that the memo?
That's the memo signed by me and Devin.
I'm gonna frame mine.
It's me, the Squirrel Army Chief Commander, and Devin, Magma Monkey, Squirrel Army Chief of Staff.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I even changed, like, this used to be the Department of Defense. I changed it to the secret squirrel emblem. Like, I did a whole lot of stuff.
Is that what you're going to
Secret
write my
squirrel.
letters of reprimand on?
Oh, no, I'll do that on a 4856.
Oh,
See,
I've got
I'm paying my
in my
dues.
file.
I'm paying my dues right now doing all these pre-parties. So maybe one day when I grow up, I can be a secret squirrel member.
Oh, yeah.
You're still gonna go right there.
All it takes is $2.99, Jody.
$2.99. I mean, y'all are about to $2.99 me to death.
Well, it's just me and Jimmy. What are you talking about? To death. And you would get your own squirrel.
Okay, I might do it. I'm only subscribed to like 7 people.
He's gonna start having combined squirrels so you have enough space on his StreamYard to show them all.
Oh no, I have plenty of squirrels ready, and we'll find you a squirrel, there, Joe.
All right, I'll have to get a squirrel.
But unfortunately, we're gonna have to get out of here because we gotta go do our meeting
Yep.
stuff before the show.
Y'all are
So-
about to have to go powwow and get ready.
Yep. So we will see y'all at 8 p.m. our time, 9 p.m. your
9
time.
p.m. my time.
All right. Y'all rock it on out. We'll see you over there.
Hour to go.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right.
See you on the
Appreciate it.
flip. Later, Jason. Later, Groovy.
All right. I'm going to put this in the chat right now. If anybody wants to jump up, come on. But we're here hanging out. Lone Star's here. We're going to hang out until, well, I can't say Lone Star will hang out. I'm not going to speak for you. But I'm going to be hanging out until the guys go live here in about an hour. So if anybody wants to jump up, there it is. Hop on up. I like to keep it kind of mellow through the first part of the show. Invitee only, but basically what I do is I send the link to Jimmy and say, send this to anybody you trust. And then
There you go. And the only reason why, like, typically I just hang out in the chat, but like I said, I got this blackened and I wanted to, have a
no,
drink.
you're always welcome on here, man. I know you contain yourself. You control.
I appreciate that. At times I can. You haven't seen any of the late night streams, but I can. at
It's
times.
not 2 a.m. yet. So.
The late night streams is a whole different story. But I enjoy it though.
But yeah, I'll be trying to keep an eye on the basement. But if anybody wants to jump up, there it is. But man, so that blackened. What's your primary notes off that thing?
Like the primary notes, obviously it's got, it's I can definitely smell the cinnamon. I can definitely smell a hint of the honey. On the finish, maybe some type of fruit, maybe like an apricot or some type of fruit.
Nice.
It's a very sweet whiskey, and it's very, very sweet. But like the primary nose is honey, cinnamon, oak. Those are my 3 primaries that I got out of it. But like I said, I'm not a connoisseur, so it's hard for me to pick up all the notes that are expected in it.
Well, if everybody doesn't know already, Big Daddy H is my dad, and they came to visit a little bit ago, and we did Big Daddy H plays and sings. I recorded that right over here on the other side of the room. But he picked up a bottle of, was it Jim Beam honey? Is that what it was?
Yeah, they do have a Jim Beam honey. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. And we poured a little bit of it, and all I could taste was just wild honey. I mean, that was it. But it was good, but it didn't taste at all like a bourbon.
No, I'm sure it was sweet as could be, like a dessert type.
Oh, it was. And I took a couple of sips and I was done. I was like, man, that's going to give me a cavity. But
I mean, I was just surprised to find this for $20. It was marked down from 23 to 20 with my discount thing for the store. I was like, shoot, okay, for $20, why not?
yeah,
I mean, that and it's a cool bottle and it's a cool story. Like when people will say, "Hey, what's blackened?" I can actually tell them the story behind it and like how they did it and everything. So,
NJ, you missed the drawing.
hey, what up, Nick?
Nick Jones. Yeah,
I recommend it if you know. I know you said you passed it up a couple of times. I definitely would recommend it if you just want to give it a spin.
yeah. I mean, I'd passed it up before because usually when I go, I'll buy 4 or 5 bottles, and I'm like, and they'll have stuff I want, and I'm like, I'm just going to get these, and and the thing is, like my wife and I, we give each other an allowance. Yeah, like when we get paid, it's like, here's your funny money, here's your funny money,
There
right?
you go.
And I try to stay within that, especially for the channel, for the bourbons, things like that. And then, we go out and buy freaking camper trailers or whatever, but that's, different. But, and I try to live within that. And when I went, I just had family visiting. We spent money going out to eat. We had, done this, done that. And I found Redwood Empire and the 2020 Pinhook. And I was like, man, I don't want to buy that third one. I want to save myself a little back. Yeah, Dad said Jim Beam Honey just too sweet.
Yep. I figured
But
it would.
the other time I passed it up, man, they had so many good bourbons. But I'm going to bring somebody up now that's in the basement, and I can see he just took his face back off. Hopefully, it's nothing more than his face or his avatar when I bring him up. But here he is. Everybody get ready to shade your face. Oh, there it is. It's just his face.
There it is, that
All
guy.
right.
What up, Nick?
He come up one time and he had a huge Cheshire smile and it started up here and it went like this and I was like, wow. How's it going, Nick?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. On my third snifter here.
You heard an echo from somewhere.
What's that?
I can hear an echo.
Uh-oh. Well, we didn't have one before you got here.
Yeah, my YouTube is off.
Do you still hear an echo? Anybody?
Let me make sure that my cancellation thing is on. Hold on.
Yeah, it was on.
Yeah, my echo cancellation is on. So
Yeah. So,
What?
Cam
what is the
mic,
joke of the day?
audio.
I can hear it again.
Okay, now do I sound okay now?
No, you
Yes.
sound like shit anyway.
Oh, I know that, but I meant the
Yes. I don't hear the. I
Yeah,
don't hear
much
the
better.
slight echo. A lot of people forget to click that voice or echo cancellation button.
Well, I had mine on before, and when I went and checked it, it was not on. So, all right, Crazy Ann said the sound is good.
What up, Giant Small Pepper?
Oh,
All
I can't
right.
believe I had an £80 fine today.
I had a great day today, Johnny Small Pepper. Hope you did too.
And my day was productive as all get out. Woke up, shipped a package to old Chatio, went and got my registration, went and got my inspection, went by the liquor store, took a small nap, and applied for a job. So
Well, that's the order of priority, right?
exactly.
There. Yeah.
Now I've been doing a couple little contract jobs, and so I'm trying to get like an actual full-time, jobs doing IT stuff.
So, what experience do you have doing IT stuff?
Well, Mainly, well, I went to school for 10 months. I went to a school called My Computer Career, and I've got a couple certifications through them. And I've done little small odds and end jobs, helping friends fix their stuff, some of my stuff. I've actually gone on to Field Nation and done a couple of contract jobs for businesses there. So I'm kind of like, I've done the school, and now I'm kind of learning in the field. And I've realized with IT, if you don't have like a lot of experience, a lot of companies will kind of pass you up to somebody who has got a lot of experience. So I'm trying to get contract jobs so I can at least put them on my resume. Hey, I've repaired this server. I've replaced, hard drives. I've worked with Linux. I've done this and that. So I'm trying to do different things so I can put them on my resume to
Right.
show a bit more
I
experience.
will say this. I don't know how old you are or anything, but I will say, and this is just nothing to discourage or anything, but sometimes when I see folks with just contract to contract to contract on the resume, we tend to kind of cringe because we're like, oh, they're not going to stay. They're just going to come here, get a cert, and then move on. They have shifty shoes, and some of the things we get into where we bring people in, it takes 6 months to bring them up to speed. And then if they're only going to leave, right after that, oh, Nick dropped. If they're only going to leave right after that, it's not worth my time training people up, and it's nothing against, but we're just looking at paper, we're just looking at the paper.
Are you in IT as well? Like, is that what
Oh
you're?
yeah, I do. Shoot, almost 30 years now. I computer forensics expert, HIPAA expert. I work for an insurance company now, and I do privacy, security, compliance. Cybersecurity stuff, DLP.
Yeah, I was with I'm not trying to give you my whole full story here, but I was with an insurance company as well, one of the bigger ones. I was there for 20 years for medical insurance. So I definitely understand the HIPAA and all that good stuff. That I've been in the medical field for probably the last 26, 27 years. And then I moved over to auto insurance, and that blew my mind trying to figure out people and deal with rude people. So I left that, and that's I left there right when the pandemic hit. And so then I was able to do the school. And then now I'm kind of doing, contract jobs. And I'm just, hoping, because my resume for one job, I just had my last job with the insurance company, and it was 20 years. So I don't jump around a lot, but I've just never been given a full-time opportunity in an IT career.
Yep.
No, a lot of people don't know that though. I'm sure a lot of people say that, and they don't take it, to say, hey, it can't just go based on what you say in a piece of paper.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's all we have to go on. And I call trying to hire somebody speed dating to marriage, Yep. You only get a couple of seats at the table with them, and then you have to make a decision,
Mm-hmm.
And so we kind of look at the paper. We scrutinize that paper pretty hard,
As I'm trying to get on with a couple hospitals around here, because obviously my background is medical, and I want to do like what you're doing, like security, cybersecurity through hospitals and stuff like that. That's my ultimate goal.
Yep. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's really, really tough, and the field is thick right now, and people are applying left and right, and we're. It's almost like I liked it better when I had fewer candidates, because now I have to spend time like screening like 80, 90, over 100 candidates sometimes for things.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
All right, I'm going to put the link in the chat one more time if you didn't catch it. Here it is. If you want to jump up, here's your opportunity. We're going to be on here for about another 30 or 40 minutes. And then we will jump over and do a raid on Clouds and Stouts. But here's your opportunity to come up and say what you need to say. Tell us a good story. Bring a good bourbon or beer or whatever else. I don't care. Glass of orange juice.
Yeah, this goes down very smooth. It's not. I'm sure it's nothing like the Jim Beam honey. It's not that sweet, I wouldn't think, but definitely it's an easy sipper. That's for sure.
It's hard to get as sweet as Jim Beam honey. I mean, that literally tasted like thinned out wild honey. You know, like
That's crazy.
But I mean, it didn't taste like, you know, that little honey bear honey that you get from the store.
Oh yeah, just like the normal plain honey bear. Yep.
It tasted better than that. It had some better honey notes in it than that. But I'm not drinking whiskey to get really good honey notes out of it, you know.
Yeah. Well, this one's a slight honey note. It's not overpowering. It's a very slight hint of it.
All right. Well, I don't have of course, I don't have an intro video for this guy, but we're going to bring him up. Evan Ross in the house. How's it going? Buffalo Trace. Oh, he's got Google eyes on his Buffalo Trace. Man, I got to get some Google eyes. I have Buffalo Trace. I just don't have Google eyes on it.
That's awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers. But I'm going to stick with my theme, and I'm going to pour some Town Branch after this because that was my theme from the beginning. I came up with a theme where I was going to go places: Yellowstone, Wyoming, Breckenridge, now Town Branch. So
what is your? Obviously, I'm in Texas. What have you tried? Any good Texas distillery bourbons that stood out to you?
Well, and my whole thing, and I know I was a little harsh on Garrison Brothers because of the price, but I'm very sensitive to the wood tannins, the bitterness when you age at a too high of a heat type thing, or and the tannins really. And I'm not accusing Garrison Brothers of pressure aging their bourbon. I don't think they do that. So if you put bourbon in a pressure cooker with like charred wood and then pressurize it, they say it speeds up the aging process and all that. All it does is pulls out all those bitters. But I think just naturally in Texas, that barrel has more pressure in it than normal. If it was in a 58 degree to 65 degree warehouse or something, I don't know. I mean, I liked it, but I like TX bourbon. It's fine.
Yeah, TX is a good one too.
Yep.
I almost bought the baby blue Balcones instead of the blackened, but I was like, I really wanted this bottle just because of the story behind it. So
yeah,
and I really wanted to try because I keep hearing about it. Instead of the blackened, but I was like, I really wanted this bottle just because of the story behind it. So and I wanted to try because I keep hearing. I think got the YouTube still rolling.
Yeah, somebody's got YouTube rolling.
Bottle just because of the story behind it. So
hey, Evan, do you have YouTube up?
I think got the YouTube. Yeah, you have to mute the YouTube.
Yeah, you got to mute your YouTube in the background to be on the stream. There's a delay.
You good?
Got it. And there's a few second delay, so I can hit the bleep button. And not really. I don't bleep anybody.
I was hearing in my headphones. I was like, "What is going on?"
Well, Lazy Nate TV's in the house, and Town Branch, is it a little hot? I don't remember. Let me see.
I'm gonna step away for 1 minute.
Huh? I don't know. I don't get a lot of heat off of it at all. But the one I'm drinking is only 90 proof, 45%. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It's a little oakier than the other three I've had tonight. So there's a little more oak note in it.
What is it?
Well, you have to remember, I'm drinking Yellowstone, Wyoming, Breckenridge. I'm not drinking ECBP, or Calumet Farms or Pinhook or all that, I mean, and also I've singed my tongue with 3 other bourbons before I poured this one, so I probably don't have any feeling left.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. You got to be careful which one you start out with.
I went with the 93 proof and then down to an 88 and then a 86 proof and then I'm back up to 90 proof. So I did the little whoop,
Nice bell curve there.
Yeah.
I've got to go to the store. I got low and I haven't been back, and I couldn't find any Buffalo Trace for the longest time. And I finally went up to Ohio, and it's my wife's cousin's husband.
Mm-hmm.
He's a liquor rep in Ohio. And so I said, if you can find some, just hold some for me and I'll get it from you when we come up there. So
it's okay. I call it the backwoods bourbon.
Yeah. It's good.
It reminds me of a campfire,
Yeah. I like it. I think or at least right now, I like it.
Oh yeah. It's a fine bourbon. I mean, my thing is I don't hate any of the bourbons, and, but some of them to me, even stone cold, like I haven't had a bourbon in days or, whatever. And I'll pour, and it just tastes like unsweetened tea. There's hardly any flavor to it, but, I like the notes to hit. They don't have to be 1,000 notes, but they need to harmonize with each other.
Yeah.
And I don't like the 40-80 bourbons. And I know I've said this before, but Buffalo Trace makes a 40-80 bourbon.
Yeah.
It's called, what the hell is it called? Benchmark. And then, Jim Beam, their regular old 40-80, 80 proof, 40% bourbon. And what they do is they follow the law, and you can't distill a bourbon at higher than 160 proof. So they distill it at 160 proof,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can't barrel it at more than 125 proof. So they barrel it at 125 proof. And then they put these barrels in the subpar parts of the warehouse, or these sub warehouses that they don't climate control very well. And then they blend them all together and add water until they're just down to 40-80, and it hides all the impurities, but it leaves you with a watered down product.
Yeah.
It leaves you with the essence of bourbon, mostly water. And, it always tastes like you left an ice cube to melt in your bourbon and then came back,
That's going to be Jody's bourbon brand, Essence of Bourbon.
Essence of
bourbon.
A new cologne.
$150 for an ounce of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Essence of bourbon.
I swear, officer, it's the essence of bourbon.
Jody, I'm gonna jump down. I got somewhere I gotta go do real quick. So
all right, man. Well, thanks for jumping up.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for allowing me up here. I'm glad I was able to share a drink with you guys, and I will see y'all over on Clouds and Stouts here in about.
All right. Sounds good.
Later, guys. Later, chat. Later, Evan.
All right. So what are you sipping on, Evan?
Just that Buffalo Trace.
Oh, the Buffalo Trace. That's right. Google Eye Buffalo Trace.
My wife has this thing every Halloween, or actually, she does it more than just Halloween. I don't know why. She likes to put googly eyes on a lot of things in our house. And it's usually when I'm at work. And so I'll come home and there's a few inanimate objects in our house that have grown a personality throughout the day.
All right. Well, you can call that an Evan pick.
Yeah.
It's a Google Eye Buffalo Trace.
Googly eyed Buffalo Trace. It means I haven't been to the store, and this is the bottle I've been holding on to. I had some Blood Oath Pack 2 I just finished. And I enjoyed that. It was good.
Yeah.
And, I had a bottle of Bullet Rye before that. It's a little strong, but, it's, I think, a good choice to have.
I think Bullet Rye is one of those ryes that when people don't really like a harsh rye, because it's not harsh at first, but if you drink an entire glass of it, it can, or a snifter or whatever, it can start getting to you. But I think Bullet Rye is really, really good. And if you're going to if I'm going to drink an old fashioned, Bullet Rye is fine for that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've definitely got to go back and pick up some. So I
normally say I don't bastardize my bourbons. So, but if I'm out traveling and that's all they have on the shelf, the best thing they have up there is Woodford regular,
Got to enhance it a little bit.
Yeah, I'll tell them to make me a And there's a light old fashioned. Like just cut the simple syrup in half. Just give me an orange twist, maybe one little bitter dash, and that's it. It kind of tames that cheap bourbon out.
Yeah, that's a good option. What do you have in your snifter there?
This is Town Branch.
Town Branch.
Because I was trying to go places. I try to come up with a theme.
Yeah.
And so I had Yellowstone, Wyoming, Breckenridge, and Town Branch.
Okay.
I'll probably end up I'm going to do a Murderer's Row one night with the Old Foresters, and I'll just line them up. But I wasn't brave enough to do it tonight because some of those are a little higher proof.
Yeah,
but,
a little bit.
Yeah, just a touch. But I may even do a cast strength or whatever one night. I know when I first started this, I was grabbing stuff and I grabbed the Elijah Craig 18. I'm like, this is my first live. I'm going to pour. Man, that was like a $50 pour. I mean, I can't do that all the time.
You got to plan for those. You got to allocate the fun money.
Yeah, man, because I'm not going to get my hands on another one anytime soon. And even if I did, it would cost me a pretty penny.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the dilemma of getting something a little more rare.
Yeah, no, I hate knocking the shoulders too far down out of them. You know, and that's one thing I like talking about, letting people know about bourbon if they don't know about it. Bourbon will not go bad in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But if you drink it down to maybe where it's like a third left in the bottle, that's what we call, we do the bottom pours. And before COVID, I would invite a bunch of people over and we would do the kill the bottles, because I didn't have much left in them. And it'll weaken over time and it won't be the same. It'll still have good notes, but it'll give up its alcohol.
Is it oxidation and to a certain aspect? Is that what it is?
It's seeping. And what it is the corks and like wine, you want to store on its side because the wine keeps the cork moist and keeps it tight. Well, the fumes off of alcohol will keep the cork moist and tight.
Yeah.
But if you only leave like a little bit in the bottle, you might as well either finish it off or pour it into your infinity bottle and keep it full enough so that because you keep enough alcohol in there to keep that cork, tight, because after a while you'll grab a cork, especially real cork. And I'm not talking about the synthetic, but a lot of these are real cork and you'll grab it and it'll go and you don't hear anything.
Right.
That's when it's given up its ghost.
Yeah. So you're saying you've got a bottle that essentially is like a bourbon Bordeaux, and it's just the bottoms of a lot of bottles in order to keep it fresh?
Yep, I sure do. It's right over there. I forget what bottle it is now, but I know it has some Jefferson's Ocean in it. It has some good stuff in there. I can't remember. I have a document I keep on my computer, and when I get down low, because I'm almost ready to put Eagle Rare in there.
Yeah. I
have one or two more pours, and then I'll have it down to like a couple ounces. I'll pour in there. It has some really good bourbons in it. But yeah, it blends, and you keep the bottle more than half full. For your infinity bottle, and then you have some friends over. It's something. It's unique. No one's ever going to taste what you're tasting.
Sure.
Type thing.
So let me ask you this. What about a nice bourbon decanter?
The problem with the decanter.
Same concept or needs
same concept. But the crystal cut, I mean, I know they can laser it and I know it fits tight. And you can actually hold it and turn it upside down on the really nice decanters and it will not leak. And then you can turn it back over. Because it's laser cut and that piece of crystal came from that piece of crystal type thing. Yeah. But just sitting there, the pressure in the bottle is going to push the fumes out around that leaded or that crystal. It doesn't seal. And if you get, and here's one way to look at it: if you get the cheaper ones that are glass with the rubber thing on it, and you put it in there, and they have like 3 rings on them, like, with the little rubber flaps, and you push it down.
Yeah.
Watch those rubber flaps over time, and the bottom one will be brown, the middle one will be tan, and the top one will be beige, because that's seeping out the entire time.
Right. Yeah, I've got a crystal one, and it's a pretty heavy top, but I would imagine it still gets some sort of seepage in there.
Oh yeah, well, decanters are fine if you're going to drink it up in like a couple of months.
Yeah.
And I think the common theme on it is, don't put anything in there you're not going to finish in 3 months. And even then, at the 3rd month, you may be experiencing not as much alcohol by volume.
Yeah. Okay. That's the good new excuse. Honey, this has been in here for 5 months. It's not, it's nothing.
Yeah, it was only 127 proof when I put it in here. It's probably only 122 now. It's like,
yeah. I've got a tequila decanter that I don't know if it was a design for this, but you can flip it up and the cap fills up.
Oh yeah.
And then you just got to have a little bit of quick hands to get it out. But once you do, you've got relatively a good pour in there. Yeah,
I've seen. I've had some really, really good tequila. I lived in Texas for 18 years, so
right.
And I know they sell some really good freaking tequilas around in Texas, and because there's a demanding audience for it down there. But yeah, we've had some really good anejos and other ones. But my buddy, he bought one, and I went over to his house, and he said, "Do you like tequila?" And I said, "Man, I like liquor." And he goes, "Yeah, but do you appreciate tequila?" And I said, "Yeah." So he poured me a little. He had a little stemmed tequila glass, tiny little thing, and poured it. And I said, "Well, gee, thanks for pouring me some tequila." And he's like, "That's about $60 you're holding in your hand." So well, that tastes better. I have to gloat on it now, but
yeah. What about mezcal? Is that that's like tequila's little stronger cousin, correct?
Yeah, I never got into mezcal. I wasn't really into tequilas that much. I mean, I like tequila. I like some scotch. I like tequila. I like a good rum at Christmas time, but I'm not a aficionado on anything outside of bourbon.
Yeah.
That's my swim lane, and that's where I kind of stay. Yeah. But I do join other channels that are doing scotch reviews. I know Malt Muser, he and I have had a couple of lives together, and he reviews a lot of scotch. And we had one where I picked 3 bourbons for him to try, and he picked 3 scotches for me to try. And we were going to try to turn each other from scotch to bourbon, bourbon to scotch type thing. It was all set up, but it's not that we turned anybody, but no, it was some good scotch that I tried. And I gave him, of course, some really good bourbons to try.
Yeah.
But, I'm not going to send anybody Jim Beam when I'm trying to convert them from something to bourbon. I'm going to send them Calumet or, the one I sent him, I believe, was, the Bellmead Cast Strength Reserve. Mm. That's what it was from, I believe it's, I got to grab the bottle now. This is 2006. You cannot get this anymore.
And it's what?
Bellmead Cast Strength Reserve from 2006. And I'm hanging on to this like crazy. And it has a good cork, good seal.
what would be your top 3 go-to bourbons to have at all times?
Well, it depends on the Elijah Craig barrel proof. I mean, I have the B520, and it's very, very difficult to find. I mean, Elijah Craig barrel proofs they've been putting out barrel proofs for a while, and the B520 started the craze, and then the A130 and the 121 and the B 150 whatevers are coming out. But they've been putting them out forever. But the B520 was glorious, and I still have plenty of that in a bottle. But Elijah Craig barrel proof's good. I like stronger bourbons to have in my collection, and but Eagle Rare is just a good, cheaper bourbon. If you can find it for like 30 something bucks a bottle, $36 to $40, maybe 42, it's well worth the money you'll spend on it, but you're not going to get a whole crap ton of notes out of it. But when you get up into Baker's 7, now Booker's is starting to overprice themselves.
Oof.
Yeah.
I got surprised by some Bookers one time. It was the first time I ever had it. And the guy who bought it for me didn't warn me, didn't do nothing, just said, "Here, try this." And man, it is strong. It's good. I enjoyed it. I haven't had it in a while. We actually had some not Elijah Craig, Angel's Envy today.
Oh yeah, Angel's Envy though, that's a finished bourbon.
Yeah.
And the Angels, all of Angel's Envy is finished. I mean, the regular Angel's Envy is finished in port wine barrels. But if you want a good finished bourbon, here it is right here. This is Burning Chair. It's finished in Cabernet barrels.
Ooh.
And this is like a clean, crisp, finished bourbon. I mean, it is one of the best ones I've had. It puts Angel's Envy to shame, and you will pay about $20 less for it.
Wow.
And people just don't know about it. And I think they just don't like the black bottle or something. I don't know. But it's really good juice.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really good. Crisp and good.
Is that something that we could find here locally, or is that something you picked up on your travels?
Oh, you should be able to find it. Yeah. With a K. No, but that if you can find it, if they have it on the shelf and you see Old Forester 1920, don't ask, grab it and go pay for it.
Taking notes. I've been meaning to go back to the store, and I just.
Well, when I go in and I ask for what's in the back, I ask for Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace. I mean, because normally a lot of people, they don't put them out. And it's not that they're coveted or anything. I mean, but I have backup bottles of those things. And I'll always have backup bottles of those. And then of course, they're not going to have Pappies. I mean, you're lucky to get, but any Weller, not the green label Weller Special Reserve, but the CYPB and the Antique 107. I mean, those are worth buying if you can get your hands on them.
My dad has a few of the Wellers. I think he's got the green label and the 107. They were good. I liked them.
Yeah, the 107 is better. Antique 107, but is it CYPB? I think that's what it is. The Weller, yeah. That one is even better than the 107.
So earlier I was watching from my TV. I was curious, what are you doing on the raffle or something over here?
Yeah, I'm giving away a nosing kit, and I have these things here. I'm going to fill them with stuff. And what I do, it's 24 notes, and I take the bourbon wheel from the American Bourbon Society, and I picked 24 notes around the wheel. And I went out and got like dried fruits and, different things. But the most interesting ones are what I call oak, toasted oak, and leather. Those are nosing notes in this kit. Yeah. And what I do is I have oak trees all on my property. So I just take oak from that and I whittle the stick, and I'll put new oak in there and I put a cap full of vodka in with it and close the lid. And vodka is an extract. It will pull the aromas out, And then I take tinfoil, make a little boat, and I put new oak chips in there, and I put it in my toaster oven and just toast it for a few minutes, pull it out, and it gets really charred but not burnt. And then I put it in there and put a little cap of vodka in. And then for leather, I had a woven leather belt. It's one of those that's got all the braids in it, going all the way through. Well, it wore out, got old, and I'm just taking strands of leather from that belt, and I put them in there. And take a scissor and just cut them down, and put them in there. And it smells just like leather. And then my neighbor has a rose tree, a bush in between our property, and I just go cut a rose off of it and put that in there, some rose petals with the vodka. And but the rest of it, like black pepper, I use fresh cracked black pepper, grind it in there and put a little vodka in. I can't remember. The toffee was from a Heath bar. I just scraped all the chocolate off of it and broke some pieces of toffee and put in there. Yeah. After I scraped the chocolate off. And then chocolate is like the chocolate chip, baking chocolate. And I just put the semi-sweet chocolate chips in, and I bought butterscotch chips and put them in one and put a little vodka in. So it's all stuff I can get my hands on, at the store and everything. But when I did the first nosing kit, of course, you buy a package of like dried cherry in there, like the dried fruit in there. Well, I only use like one, so I have a whole bag of them left. That and the apricot and other things. So I have enough that I can just put it together again. And I keep a file on my computer with all the labels. I can print it and I just cut them out and put Scotch tape over it and, to label each one. But I package it up and send it. But I put a video in my community tab on my channel of Oji-san with the nosing kit. I'm serious. Watch that video. Okay. And you will see. And he's like, wow, man, I picked up this and this and not so much this. And he was using it right. But it will really help you pick out those notes. And a lot of people don't know. They don't understand what we're talking about when I say, oh, I'm getting oak out of this. Yeah. Or I'm getting new oak or toasted oak or whatever. Because it does not smell like you think it smells. It smells like what it smells in alcohol. Yeah.
So it's like an olfactory training kit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if I can share anything, these are, I don't know if you probably can't see it very well. But
dark enough.
Well, it's the glass more than anything. A friend of mine bought me these probably 10 years ago. And it is the entire genetic code that allows your body to process alcohol engraved on the glass.
Cool.
And I actually told I was drinking yesterday or 2 days ago, and I mentioned that, and they said, "Wow, you haven't broke them yet?" I guess I have not. I'm
careful now.
He got me 2 of them, and I still got 2 of them. So.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I have a whole crap ton. I mean, you can see them sitting on the shelf behind me, and I have them right here. Yeah. I like these little snifters here. They're not the difference between a Glencairn glass So this is a true Glencairn, and this is the snifter I like.
Okay.
Has a broader base, but it still flutes at the top just the same.
Yeah.
But when I swirl, I can swirl it and aerate them more in this one. This one gets a little sloshy. But I like a Glencairn glass, but these are my favorites. And these are Joy Jolt, like they're crystal.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to etch these glasses all behind me with my Bourbon Bounty logo, and I'm going to start buying more. And if anyone wins the nosing kit and then they win again, you get a choice of Bourbon Bounty hat, an etched snifter.
Oh, cool.
You know, and I'll give you a few sample bourbons with it too, you know, type thing. So yeah, we'll keep it rolling. But yeah, I'm excited to give this stuff away and put these nosing kits together, because nosing kits online would cost you $200 or $300, and there is absolutely no reason they should cost that much. None.
No.
I put this thing together for like, I don't know. Well, it's hard to tell because you put the initial expense together. It's like $80 to get all the shit. And then, but I can make like a whole bunch of them. And as long as I don't, go through the stuff, I can make a ton of nosing kits out of it. It's just buying the little, jars and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm going to keep this rolling, and I'm going to give 4 away a year next year.
Yeah.
Right now I'm on a quarterly giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's when I started that 3 months was December, the first Thursday in December.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably set it up next time where I give one in March, the first week of March, and then all the way back to the first week of December. So I'll give away 4 of these things next year, unless someone wins. And I'm kind of thinking about the hat, because I kind of set a precedence and said, look, if anybody is ever live in studio with me, you get a hat.
They got you.
And now that doesn't mean you come here. Anywhere. If I'm going to Knoxville, Tennessee, and you're like, I'm going bourbon hunting and I'm going to shoot a video, and you're like, yeah, I'll meet you there, and we shoot a video together in the parking lot, I'll give you a hat.
There you go.
So anybody that wants to do a video live, well, not live, but even pre-recorded, but but if you're with me live and we shoot a video, you get a hat.
Yeah.
Because you have to wear it during the video.
You got to. My wife was walking by when I was watching on the TV, and she was like, is that a bourbon snifter on his shirt there? And I said, it is.
Yes.
I said, did you see what it said? And she was like, no. And then I think you moved a little bit, and she was like, that is nice.
Well, that's neat.
Well,
yeah.
that's neat. But, yeah, that's cool. I like the hats.
Let's see. It's 8:43 now. We have about 15 minutes before Bourbon Bounty Raid goes over. I'm going to bring up someone that's been in the basement a little bit. We've been chit-chatting. We were on a roll. So I didn't bring him up, but I'm going to bring him up now. Fulton Moraz.
What's going on, Bounty?
All right, man.
Anything
How
new?
are you? Cheers. And I know you don't have anything to drink, but cheers anyway.
But I've got a big announcement.
Okay. Go for it.
I just had my first day of my new job. And it went fantastic today.
And what's your new job?
I'm working at a movie theater, which is I have on right now.
Regal. Okay. Regal Theaters. And so what are you doing at Regal?
Let's see. I do like cleaning the movie theater rooms and see which ones are messy and which ones are clean.
Oh yeah, and it's You know what? My son, when he was going to get a job, his first job, and he said, Dad, they're going to hire me at Arby's. And I said, well, I'll tell you this. I don't know where they're going to put you, But if they tell you to clean the bathrooms, I expect those to be the cleanest bathrooms they've ever seen in the shortest amount of time it's ever took anyone to clean a bathroom. And then you go back in there and you say, what do you want done now? And I guarantee you they'll move you up. If you hit it, conquer it, and then say, hey, I'm done with that. What do you need me to do now? We'll take out that trash. All right, now what? And just clip it off, because that's just eager, hungry, and move on up, and you'll get there.
Yep.
Fulton, the movie theaters were probably one of my favorite things growing up. Just I could smell it, just seeing your outfit and hearing you say movie theater. I can smell
Buttered popcorn. That's what you smell.
Well, this time I'm going to be having free popcorn, and then I'll get free movies for 2 free movie tickets, and then a free drink.
That's perks.
Yeah. I mean, I worked in a burger joint. I mean, we've all been there. I worked at Pizza Hut, and the good perk about working in a hamburger joint is you can grab a cup anytime you want and go hit the fountain thing and get a drink.
Right, yep.
Fulton,
But you're sweating.
Where are you located?
Indiana.
Indiana?
Yep.
I'll tell you, Indiana, one of my favorite things about Indiana is drive-through beer barns, where you actually drive through a barn and it's full of alcohol on both sides, and you just drive up in there, and then they bring you stuff and put it in your car, and then they just swipe your plastic and you drive away. Yeah.
We've got a few of those in the area. You can do a little brew through or a cruise through.
I mean, that's like the true drive-through. And like McDonald's and all that, it's a drive-up window. It's not a drive-through. It's a drive-up. You drive up to the window. These are drive-through. You drive through the store, like with your car.
Fulton, what's your favorite movie?
Oh, I've got it right here. It's Spider-Man.
Nice.
Spider-Man.
Which
Yep.
which rendition?
The newest one that's coming out.
Oh, okay. Did you get a sneak peek?
I might have watched it on YouTube and found out I watched it, and then there's a sneak peek of it.
And what's your thoughts? Is it good? Is it up to par?
It hasn't came into theaters yet. It's supposed to be December 19th, I think.
Okay.
Now, Cindy, I said that was my favorite thing about Indiana. You're talking about the beach. That's not my favorite thing at the beach. Indiana doesn't have a lot to offer. And if you get excited about driving through a beer barn, I mean, go for it. But I'm sure movie theaters are really popular in Indiana.
It really is. So we're going to celebrate tomorrow night, so I can get that sorted out.
All right, I'm keeping up with the time. It's 8:49. We have about 9 minutes before, and somebody type in the chat if they're going to go live early, y'all hit me up. We'll do a raid, but otherwise we'll be on here for about another 10 minutes.
What's at 9 again?
The Clouds and Stouts.
Okay.
So this is Clouds and Stouts pre-party.
Oh, okay.
And it's Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic, Micah's Mix,
And Jimmy
OG Sauce
from
World,
OG
Sauce
Sauce
Gang,
World.
those 4. And I heard from Groovy earlier that Papa Squirrel is going to be on tonight. So it should be a fun time. Oh, yeah.
I should probably head off here anyways.
Oh, there.
And I'll see
Crazy
you
Ann
guys
put
then.
Clouds and Stouts in.
I'll see you guys there, so.
All right,
Pleasure
Fulton,
meeting you.
you take it easy, man. Congrats on the
Yep.
job.
Yeah,
Thank you.
enjoy.
And let Jimmy know to give me a call.
All right.
See you guys.
See you, bud.
Crazy Ann, did you hear earlier when I said I was going to start a GoFundMe page? I was serious now. I'm going to start a GoFundMe so there's no excuse that you won't be able to fly over from Norway. We're all going to promote that GoFundMe, and we're gonna put in some money, and we're going to fly you and Sam, because y'all are the farthest ones away. If we have money left over from your tickets, we'll get Sam some money too.
Sad part is it's just one-way tickets. Enjoy America.
Yeah, enjoy America. Hope you have a visa. Now it'll be a round trip. I'm gonna try to get enough money to do round trip. Hey Joe, what's going on? Joe Weymouth in the house. Whoops, I went to click on that, and Crazy Ann's post jumped up. But no, we'll see. Invitation only, golden ticket, OG Fest. I call it Jimmy Palooza, but that's my terminology. But OG Fest, we're gonna do it. Oh yeah. See, Cindy, if y'all go to Hawaii, you can do the marriage and then come back, and then we'll fund the whole thing. I don't even remember what states it's legal in now.
So where is the OG Fest?
Oh, that's in Arkansas, backwoods, like up in the hills, like moonshine country. You got to know how to dodge pigs and avoid rattlesnakes. I don't want to scare anybody off, but I grew up in southeast Arkansas, but I was about 45 miles from Kunas, is what I used to say. Where I lived, if you drove straight south, you'd hit Louisiana in no time. And there were actual alligator farms around when I was growing up. Now, when I got older, they stopped doing it, but there were alligators in the Arkansas River up in Moore's Bayou and places like that where we would bass fish, and we would see they would come up. You'd see the eyes and the tip of the nose, and you can tell how big it is by how far the tip of the nose is from the eyes. But sometimes they would come up and you'd see their whole back and tail, and it'd be swishing. And I'm like, dang, that's like a 14-foot gator, or whatever.
14-foot dinosaur.
Yeah. But they didn't bother anybody. I mean, I wouldn't jump in there and grab him or anything. But now I actually hung an alligator one time on I had a spoon, the metal spoon, and I had a plastic worm hung on behind it. And I was throwing in by the lily pads, and there was like, how the lily pads grow out, and there was like a alley where you could drive your boat through. And I was throwing up onto the lily pads and then easing it off and letting it, trickle down. And I threw one time, and as soon as it hit the water, boom! I mean, it hit, and I immediately jerked, and I thought it was a bass, and it was a big. It wasn't big. It was about a 4-foot alligator hit it.
That's big enough.
Big enough. And that's nose to tail,
Still.
So, but I was fighting him for a while, and I was trying to give him slack so he would come loose. And finally I just went, doop, and, I was like, you deal with it, buddy.
Yeah.
And I just tied another lure on.
Good luck with that. My dad grew up in Florida in the Keys, and he said they would do boat trips, and they would make these contraptions called boomsticks, and it was just basically a long bamboo shoot with some sort of knife on the end, tied around it, and then a shotgun shell.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would go in the water, the shallow waters, and they would chum the shallow waters up, and they'd wait for sharks. And as soon as they can get over top one, they'd pop it right on the head, and they'd fire off the shotgun shell.
Boom.
Yep. And then they'd pull it back in the boat, and they'd go and sell it.
Mm. Yeah, I never did that. We had kids anyway. We had this contraption one time. We had a metal pipe. And I forget how we did it now, but we had a shotgun shell. You had to unscrew it. You put the shotgun shell in, screw it back on, and it had a metal ball in it down, toward the back of it. And you could hold it up like this, and you could sling it really hard, and that it would hit the shotgun shell and make it go off.
Yeah.
Boom, and the barrel on it was only about like that, And so you were shooting, in a freaking 8-foot pattern 3 foot away, but
very close range.
Yeah, very close range. But now we just made them to screw around with. And the other thing we would do is take nuts off of a cotton picker or a tractor disc or something, and they were big nuts, like the octagonal whatever, and we found ones that you could screw a 12 gauge shotgun shell through, and it wouldn't eat through, but it would tighten up down on the brass. And then we would take a BB and tape it across the bottom of the shotgun shell and then throw it in the air. And there was like this old fish, it used to be an old fish hatchery where they were raising fish or something. Yeah. But it was all dried out, and but they had cement at the bottom of it.
Right.
And that shotgun shell would come down and hit that cement, and it wouldn't boom because there's no barrel, but it would go, BOW! And then all of a sudden you'd hear raining all around you, Hey, Mayberry, how's it going? We're about to do a raid over here on Clouds and Stouts in under 3 minutes. We are about 2.5 minutes away from Clouds and Stouts going live, and that's what this show is all about, is the pre-party for Clouds and Stouts. So if you're here now, get ready, because we're going to go do the raid here in just a couple of minutes. But we're finishing up telling our stories. Some of them are actually true, by the way.
Yeah. That's to be determined.
Yeah. Well, what I say is I never tell a bad story or a fake story. I might just put a couple of coats of paint on it, and make it new again. But other than that, I'm going to pour one more bourbon. But y'all, you know what? I may not, because we're about a minute away from going over. It's 8:58 right now. Mm-hmm. Somebody let me know now in the chat if you see the play on Clouds and Stouts. And Crazy Ann, can you throw the link out one more time for Clouds and Stouts in case somebody's just coming in now, so we can get ready to jump over there. And make sure you type Bourbon Bounty Raid now. And at least go over there for a few minutes and see what it's all about. Because those guys, they put some work into it. I think I put more work into this. Yeah. But they're bigger than I am. They don't have to work as hard.
Are you able to record in VR 180 while you're live, Jody?
No, I can't do that. The VR 180 requires stitching from 2 fisheye lenses into equirectangular format, and then processing and getting it to where YouTube can recognize the processing, encoding, and then present it in the right format. So, yeah. All right, here we go. Bourbon Bounty Raid. Let's go to Clouds and Stouts. Guys, we're going to end this. Thanks for joining. Make sure you're here next week. Get your name on the wheel. Let's go hit Clouds and Stouts.
See you there.